Bitcoin blasts all the way up to 82K after falling yesterday to 78,700. Is the rally back on, and is 85K the next level? Let's find out. Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 7:15 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 81,260. We're gonna start off here with the weekly chart, and I gotta tell you guys, this candle is looking a lot better. It's still red, but as you can see, yesterday it was almost a red engulfing candle, and now we're getting a huge wick up, and this could turn green in the next 3 days and 1 hour, and we could start making that run towards this 100 moving average at around 81,154. Now again, we have to be careful with the RSI. We're kind of getting rejected here, hovering around the 50 line, and the stochastics are a little bit toppy, but I feel like we could still make that one more push up and then probably get stuck in between the 100 moving average and the 21 moving average. Now something else that's interesting here is that we know that this is a head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and this measure move would take us down to about 30K. We initially went down to 60, so we made about half of the measured move, but right now we're pretty much testing the midline of the head and shoulder pattern. If we could get above this 100 moving average, we could possibly negate this head and shoulder pattern. Now obviously we could probably make another right shoulder here and then roll over. It will be like a complex right shoulder, but this is big if we could get above this 100 moving average and negate the head and shoulder pattern temporarily. Now we head over to the 2-day chart. This candle closes right now in about 45 minutes, and I was telling you guys the last candle closed red. This was tweezer tops, and we usually fall down after that, which we did, and we'll still be closing lower than the red candle, but it's still going to be a green candle. We're still getting stuck under the 100 moving average at 81,838, but if this closes green, this is going to be a good sign. And if we zoom in here to the Stochastics RSI, we could see that we could possibly start getting a curve back up here. If we could do that, it looks like we might be getting some type of a pump. Now yesterday it got a little bit scary. We fell down to about 78,700, and that was major support. After that we got back up to about 79,800, and then we fell back down but to 79,900. That was a higher low, and since yesterday to today we made it back up to about above 82K, so that's a pretty good sign that we're still in bullish territory. Now on the daily chart, this is where the battle lies. I was talking to you guys that in the bear market we usually go back and test the 200 moving average, but we usually roll over. Could this be the first time that we get above the 200 moving average? We had 3 red candles in a row, and then all of a sudden today, this closes in 41 minutes. We're pretty much re-getting all those losses today. Now we still haven't been able to get above the 200 moving average. That's at 82,132. So the battle is lying here, and we're still getting squeezed in between the 21 and the 200. So this battle is still remains here. Still kind of seeing an M pattern here. The stochastics are still on the way down. I'm starting to see a little curvature here, and the RSI is bouncing off the 50 and pointing up. We have to start thinking about if we could get above this 200 moving average with strength and hold the 200 moving average as support. Could the bear market start to be over, and can we start seeing higher prices? In order for me to get convinced of that, obviously we would have to get above this 50 moving average on the weekly. That's currently at 94,700. If we could get up here with strength and hold this as support, I would say that the bull market is back on. So it will be a combination of the 200 moving average on the daily and also getting above that 50 average on the weekly time frame. Now on the 22-hour chart, this is showing me that we're probably going to get more upside, because look at the stochastics. They're reset and they're pointing up, and we were able to get back above this 21 moving average. This is huge here. If we head over to the 8-hour time frame, stochastics reset, pointing up as well. Big green engulfing candle. We were able to make it back above the 21 moving average as well. That's bullish. On the 4-hour time frame, inverted head and shoulder that I called yesterday on the Stochastics RSI, and we got a major pump up today. Look at how big this green engulfing candle is. This overtook the 100, the 80, the 21, and the 50 moving average all at once, and now we're back above the 21 moving average. We lost the 100 moving average, and I was telling you guys yesterday, if we can't get back above the 100 moving average, the next stop is going to be this 200 moving average at 77K. We lose that, it's gonna be a wrap. And just like we did over here when we lost 100, we were able to make it back above the 21. This is very bullish here. Now in the 1-hour time frame, look, stochastics are toppy. We're dragging. This looks like it wants to curl back up. We're doing kind of like a falling wedge, kind of like a bull flag here. We're very far away from the 21 moving average after that big pump that we had today. 3 giant green candles in a row, and now we're falling down. I would say that this is going to be the next bullish move. If we remain bullish, is going to be this kind of like falling wedge here. And what we're anticipating is waiting for this 21 moving average to cross above the 200 moving average. That's going to be bullish, touch price range, and then we're probably going to blast up. And this is a very long pole here, so this shows like we're going to get a big move coming up soon. If if this works out. Obviously, we could still get rejected, but it's looking pretty good here. This shows that we can make it up to about $83,609. I'll be getting above that 83K resistance. So this is looking good. Let's see if this ends up being the next play. Now, on the 15-minute time frame, stochastics are rolling over. The RSI is trying to get back above the 50. We maintained above the 50 for a while, but we ended up rolling over. And we kind of lost a 21 moving average, but we're following this falling wedge here. As long as we can stay above this 50 moving average at 80,913, we're all good here. We definitely got to stay above this 200 moving average. We don't want to lose this. That's 80,307. So guys, overall right now, I have to say I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. It actually looks like we might be getting that move above the 200 moving average. Now, you guys know I have the bear flag here. As you can see, we touched the 21 moving average. It was inside the bear flag, and then we popped right back up. As you can see, if we get to that measured move that I showed you on the 1 hour chart, we get above the 21 moving average, but it's not by much. We can always roll over, get back into the bear flag, so we can't get too happy yet, but it does look like the next move is towards 83K and above. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.